Cash comes, cash goes. You might be familiar with this somewhat upsetting concept as you watch your own finances change often. Some months it's unpredictable if you'll have positive cash flow, where more money comes in than goes out. Or negative cash flow, where you're seeing more money leave your account than what arrives. Council's income can also be uneven at times, just like rainfall. Fluctuations in rainfall can fill a dam to different levels at different times of the year. But ultimately, you need to keep some water in the dam at all times. Councils receive money from grants, rates, and other income sources. Grants may be received as a large portion in advance or in lump sums at different times. For example, the Financial Assistance Grant, which councils receive each year and can spend on day-to-day council running costs, is often paid in advance. Sometimes a large portion is prepaid in June for use across most of the next financial year. Rates are dependent on council's billing cycle, and cash may arrive early in the financial year or quarterly. Council's expenses are generally more uniform throughout the year, but there are exceptions like big payments that go out at certain times of the year, or there may be expenses paid before corresponding income can come in. For example, recoverable works contracts, where the work is done and council pays wages and machinery expenses before council can raise an invoice and collect the money for the works. Councils need to have sufficient cash balance to manage these situations. Now, one more thing you should know is that some cash is restricted or tied and can't be spent freely. It might be subject to restrictions or conditions imposed by a third party. For example, grant funding received to pay for a skate park might have conditions to only be used for the skate park, and if it's not used within a year, it may need to be repaid. Know your council's cash flow by monitoring reports, and don't be afraid to ask questions.